Hey, we're at IBC 2019, we're here on the Blackmagic stand, and we're going to have a chat about this, the new ATEM Mini switcher.
The ATEM Mini is our latest live production switcher in the ATEM range. It's designed for people creating online content, perhaps people getting into online content creation for the first time. Maybe they're using camcorders, consumer equipment like laptops, games consoles, and perhaps they have more than one source that they want to cut together and cut between when they're pushing content to the web. So the ATEM Mini is designed specifically for those kinds of customers. With the 4 HDMI inputs, we've got scaling on all of those inputs, so you can bring in any 720p source, any 1080p source, and then scale that to whatever your master production format is.
Super flexible then.
Absolutely, yeah. So on other production switches, you have to scale the inputs prior to them arriving, but because this has the scaling on the inputs, you don't have to worry about any of that. It's the closest to plug-and-play switching technology that you can get. We can see here we've got our HDMI output coming from the monitor, so we can see the program output. And in addition to that, we have a USB-C output as well, which feeds into our laptop computer. Now, the USB-C has a dual purpose. So the first purpose is to drive the ATEM control software. So there's 2 control options. We can drive the switching directly from the front panel, as you can see that I'm doing from here. And we've got basic cuts, mixes, dips, wipes, everything you need from a switching piece of hardware. But then the software, we can go deeper dive into some of that technology, get into the audio settings, change some of the parameters within that. So you've got all the embedded audio coming on the HDMI. You can bring in separate microphone inputs. We've got 2 of those on the ATEM. So
are they 3.5mm jacks?
They are, 2 3.5mm jacks, so we can connect 2 microphones and bring those in. So if you want to do a bit more of the the tweaking of the audio, then you dive into the software to do that, and that's all accessed via the USB-C. The second purpose of the USB-C is to actually get the video into the computer so that we can push that out to the web. So within the ATEM Mini, we have a USB webcam chip, and that webcam chip basically presents itself to the computer as if this was a webcam. So whatever your video source coming into this is the lens of the webcam, if you like. And then when you connect it to the laptop, you don't need any special drivers. It just sees a webcam as being connected, and then you can use any of your popular applications for streaming, like OBS, applications for YouTube Live, Facebook Live, even Skype if you want to do some conferencing and mix a couple of sources to bring those in. So that's all done through the USB-C.
I mean, it's incredibly compact, the setup. I mean, of course, you can't fit all the buttons that you need on this unit, so it makes sense using the software hand in hand. How about the Chroma Key? How does that actually work with this?
So the Chroma Key, we've got the key, upstream key built in. So what that means, you can do Luma keys, linear keys, pattern keys, and the Chroma Key. We think the Chroma Key is going to be really useful again for people doing things like online gaming, for example. They might want to key themselves over the top. By default, the Chroma Key will always look at input 4 as the Chroma Key background. What that means is it's just really quick to set that up. As long as you always plug your Chroma Key background into HDMI input 4, it will see that. You can tweak that, so if you don't want it to be on 4, you can reset that within the software. But otherwise, it comes in on input 4, and it's simply a case of turning it on and off from the panel over here. We can turn that on, select the Chroma Key coming on from there, and turn it on really easily. So we can set the green background within the software, pick out the colour, and it uses the advanced Chroma Key that we've got in some of our higher end ATEM switches. We can pick the specific area of green that we want to key out, and then it does that automatically for us.
Wow. I mean, for the price, I can't think of anything that comes close to this in terms of functionality at this price point.
No, I think this is one of the most exciting products we've released in recent times. Again, for anyone who's getting into live production online for the first time and just needs a solution for taking in multiple HDMI feeds, the ability to mix between them and then push that out to the web in extremely quick fashion, this is the product for them.
Amazing. Thank you very much for that.
You're very welcome. Thanks very much.